Welcome to the award-winning Champions Mojo, hosted by two world record-holding athletes and health, life, and leadership coaches. And now, just the takeaways from your hosts, Kelly Pallas and Maria Parker.
Oh, Maria. So we finally got Dara Torres on the show, and she is such a champion, Champions Mojo.
So nice.
Yeah. So nice. And just like, has, the amazing thing about Dara is she is not just an athlete. She's just done so much. She's, philanthropist and entrepreneur. She's just really, she's making a big difference.
She's done lots of sports too. I read that she lettered in volleyball in college. After she finished her swimming eligibility, she went ahead and became a volleyball player.
She's definitely a great athlete and champion. So what was your first takeaway?
Well, as I'm getting older, I really wanted to know how she managed to stay so fit as she aged. And she said, listen to your body. That's so hard for us, I think, as athletes, because we're used to, like in the bicycle world, it's shut up legs. So your legs are telling you they're hurting. And so you tell them to shut up. And that's how you get to be a better, faster cyclist. But as you age, you also have to somehow balance that with, wait, this pain is going on too long, or this isn't good pain, or, I woke up this morning and I'm really tired. I can't do the workout that I'd set up. So listening to your body, that's still so hard for me. I wish somebody would give me some really concrete directions other than listen, because I'm not that good at listening.
Well, I'm an executive coach. I think I could coach you on this one, Maria. And it's truly having a plan. And I completely agree with you. And I'm going to piggyback that, because I think that one needs to be drilled down a little bit on she mentioned these people that are training 5 times a day, or, even people that are training twice a day at an older age. Now, if you're a listener and you're, a youngster 15, training twice a day, that's what your sport requires of you. That's one thing. But as we age and we are masters athletes, I think it is absolutely key that, and this might help you, Maria, and if I coach you, maybe listeners will take it to heart, that when you have a schedule, if you can do the schedule combined with listening to your body, so you don't overbook yourself to begin with, you realize I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not 30 anymore. So I'm not going to schedule 8 workouts a week. I'm not going to schedule 6 workouts a week. And I know this is, I'm visiting Dad right now, and I'm training with a master's group that has a lot more people that are kind of, going after competitions, and people know I'm a distance swimmer. So I don't swim nearly as much as most distance swimmers who are master swimmers. I swim 3 days a week or 4 days a week. While I've been here, because there's like a practice every day, I was tempted to go swim every single day that I was here, 5 days in a row. It's a great group. I love the coach. I love the swimmers. I'm back in my home state of Virginia. But I took a day off, and I felt so much better, and I performed better than people of similar age and talent and background, because I took a day off.
How did you know? Tell me about it. Tell me, I woke up and I thought, I listened
to my body, but I planned it. From the beginning of the week, I didn't get sucked in. To
that's what happens to me.
To the shut up legs. I didn't get sucked into I'm just here this 1 week, I'm going to swim 5 days in a row. I knew that from the beginning. And I even told Mark, who's been going with me, do not let me go to practice on Thursday morning. So I think that's what I'm talking about. That this is the takeaway, that if you under schedule yourself, that's it. We always think as adult athletes that we can do more than we actually can. Seriously.
Because we remember what we actually could do.
Can. We think, and so that's it. So that's my takeaway.
I think this might be a whole show, because because there's different parts of, the different ways of working out. There's sort of aerobic workout, there's strength workout. So I'd love to maybe do a show where we talk about how we can balance these as aging athletes.
Yeah. And even Dara, again, listen to the whole show, but she talked about when she was training for the Olympics as a 41-year-old, she only swam 5 days a week. but she
But
was also
she-
doing stretching and
Right. She had a
all
strength
massage
trainer
and all
and
the
she had
different-
2
yeah.
massage therapists and
Yeah.
and she was very intentional and deliberate. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Okay. Second takeaway for me.
Yes.
I loved her little story about being kind to people, about how the people that she admired. I mean, she's at the top of the heap, so she's not
Mhm.
looking up to anybody. I'm sure a lot of people are looking up to her, but her story about is so the people that she admired were the people that were really kind and that treated other athletes who are kind to one another. It's competitive out there. I mean, I imagine it's even in the cycling world, ultra distance cycling world, there's, 5 of us doing the kinds of things that I do, but it can be a challenge to be really warm and friendly with each other. And I totally agree with her. I mean, that's what it's all about. In the end, nobody cares, in the end, we're all gonna, our records will be broken. In fact, that a record that a 24-hour cycling record that I had set was just broken by an upright cyclist last week. So that's going to happen. And what it's all really about is being kind to one another. So I liked her. My takeaway was like, treating people well, of course. I mean, it's what your mom told you, but of course, especially people that you're competitive with.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, as we said, this is Champions Mojo. What are
Right.
traits of champions?
Right.
Champions are generally really nice people.
Yeah.
So,
True champions.
and my second takeaway was of course I'm gonna love the skin story that she
Mhm.
said, she realized when she had psoriasis and she had patches of psoriasis on her skin that she wasn't, her suit that she wore to work is a skinny little, bathing suit. And so a lot of her skin is exposed, her psoriasis was exposed. And she said once she accepted, what, this is just what I look like this is what my skin looks like right now, then she didn't worry about what other people thought of it. So I think
Yeah.
that's just applicable to all kinds of things that we worry about, that we, what do I look like? What does my hair look like today? What kind of car am I driving? Whatever. What am I not accepting in my own life that I want other people to accept? And how can we get other people to accept things about us that may not be perfect if we don't accept them?
Yeah, that's great. That's really beautiful and
Yeah,
true.
I love that.
And just reminding yourself that you're not your skin, you're not your whatever
Right.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
your wrinkles or your belly fat or your tendency to have a bad temper. You're
Right.
not whatever it is. You're not that.
Whatever
That's
it
just
is.
one thing. Okay.
Well,
Well,
great, Maria.
I love
Another
you,
one
Kelly.
in the books. Love you too. Thank
All
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Champions Mojo podcast with host Kelly Palace and Maria Parker. Champions Mojo is produced by Cabra Media, and a new episode debuts every Tuesday. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. Follow Champions Mojo on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook @Champions Mojo.